Okay, we are about to take on the king of the berserkers. He's the final berserker, and he is the most berserk. Now, he has a lot of moves. He has a lot of unblockables. He has a lot of moves that I don't know if there's a better way to counter it other than using a runic ability. His most dangerous move is his non-blockable AoE Bifrost attack, because it'll literally take off half your HP, and unless you have time to not get hit, because basically when you get hit, it's almost like Street Fighter, where if you have chip damage, if you get hit, the damage goes away. Either you're going to need time to get your HP back, or you're going to need a rage mode, either Valor or what I've been using is Wrath for a little bit of HP back as well as damage. That's the most dangerous attack I'd say he has. Everything else is pretty manageable. I would say that he has 3 different AoEs that are non-blockable. He has one where he throws fireballs, one where he, or actually 4, one where he throws fireballs, one where he throws thunder, one where he throws snow, and the worst one, like I said, is the Bifrost one. For the Bifrost one, I try to use a runic ability while he's in the air to try to stop it. If I can't do that, I then also try to use a rage mode to basically avoid the damage. Wrath avoids the damage or gets your HP back. Another ability that he has that's unblockable is annoying and actually happens pretty early on is that he basically does a pool of like toxic liquid that is basically surrounding him. So if you're close to him, you're going to have to do something to break his focus or concentration to not take that damage. You can use either a rage mode. I recommend you don't if you can. It's better to use a runic ability. Reason being is that for the rage mode, you want that for the annoying, unblockable things. Also, when you're parrying, if you don't parry correctly, you're going to be taking a lot of damage, and it might mean life or death. So if you can use a runic ability, do that. Similarly, the idea is to go in here with the shield charge, with the axe charge. The idea is to cycle through runic abilities for the axe, the axe, as well as the blades, as well as the spear. One thing that I am cognizant of, and I'm trying to do, is trying to keep at least 1 or 2 runic abilities available, just because of the fact that if he does that crazy AoE, I want to try to stop it. I think the only AoE that is not that bad is like the snow, because it's not as fast. Other than that, pretty much the idea is that he's going to do regular punches, try to parry it. Anything that's parryable, try to parry it. Even his stupid scream, I try to parry it. I think in general, this is a very annoying boss battle, and towards the end, he actually puts Bifrost on his body, so as you're close to him, you start taking damage. So I definitely recommend, if you can, save some runic abilities towards the end, and then just spam it on him, just to kill him faster. Same thing with Rage. Try to save it until later. That way, it's a little bit easier. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Go forward with this. I start off with the axe. From the axe, I move to the blades, and from the blades, I'll go to the spear. One thing to keep in mind is that this guy in the middle of the battle, he can indeed... I screwed up the parry, so I just decided to rage there. One thing to keep in mind is that this guy can coat himself with armor. More specifically, he can coat himself with snow armor, use the blades, fire armor, use the axe. Also just some regular white armor. I don't know what that is, but it seems like the spear is best for that. Also, one thing I'll mention is that as you see here, I use my runic ability, and I just took the hit here because I was like, whatever, I can't keep spamming rage. I used my runic ability that took the most amount of time, because when you're doing this, he has invincibility frames. This is an annoying move. If you don't have a runic attack or rage, it's going to do a lot of damage. But like I was saying, one thing to look out for is... this was BS, by the way. I was so surprised that did break his focus. One thing I do is I try to use the slowest runic ability. That way I have the faster ones I can use quickly. I think for the most part, this is pretty decent rune-wise. I mean, the only thing I could have done is basically change my runes so that all of them were fast. But I think the way I have it's okay. A majority of the runes I have are pretty quick. And technically, if you have him in the combo, and this AoE move right here, That AoE move right there, I have no idea how to stop it other than this rune ability or rage. But it literally just... all it does is literally take, like, at least half your HP in Bifrost. And unless you have rage or time to get your HP back, you're basically taking a huge L. But other than that, this is pretty much the entire fight. You're going to parry the punches. You're going to try to parry the screams. You're going to try to dodge those stupid things. I don't know if this is every time or not, but that toxic waste he throws at you, if it hits, it seems to make him stronger. He gets like purple HP and he takes less damage. So just keep that in mind. I have no idea if that's like every time or just, I don't know, just happened once. No idea. And as you can see here, I screwed up the parry. I'm pretty much just using Wrath as like a please save me, don't kill me type of thing. I also have a rune, or not rune, I have a, for the amulet, I have it slotted to have greatly restore HP over time, or moderately, whatever the word is, whatever the right word is. So I'm getting some HP back over time, which is not too bad considering the fact that this is a pretty long battle. As you can see, pretty sloppy here. I get a little bit lucky with my abilities. Right there I spam or use Freya's like square ability, which actually does stagger him. Which I think was a smart thing to do, because otherwise I would have probably used another rage, and I think right now I have maybe 2 left. So it's not exactly the smartest thing to spam that, but I'd say these Berserkers were pretty cool. I think the by far the hardest one is this one. He's extremely hard, as you would expect. I mean, he's like the king of all Berserkers. And then the second one, which is actually close to this, would be the super annoying Beigadr the Father. He actually was pretty similar to this guy, just not as OP. But if I had to pick between this and that guy, I'd say this guy's way harder, but Beigadr also is a close second. All the other ones are pretty... They're still hard. They're not, like, pushovers, but they're a lot more manageable. I feel like they're a lot more fair. Even the ones where you have multiple, like, there's, like, different windows where you can stagger them, or different windows where you can attack safely. Meanwhile, with this guy, it's like, it's so unfair. Look at this. Look. Like, if you don't have a rune, and if you don't have Wrath, like, you're just taking that. I think with this guy, he just has so many unblockables, and he also has so many things that slow you down too. Like with the snow slows you down, the electricity stops you from moving. Like, it's so annoying. And then a Bifrost, once you get the like right now, look, now I'm just anytime I'm standing next to him, I'm just taking hella damage because he's Bifrost McGee. Like, seriously, dude, like that's super annoying. But we got him low. We did get him low. I didn't dodge that, unfortunately. So, again, if you use the Wrath, you will get your HP back. If you don't have Wrath, I guess you could try to wait it out. But as you can see here, like, it seems like Wrath is a prerequisite, honestly. Because Valor, you would heal, but I don't know if Valor would actually keep you... from taking damage. I honestly don't know. But we did it. We finally got him. We get to chop his head off. Oh, wait a second. We can't chop his head off. He's even OP in the cutscene. You can't even kill him in the cutscene. There we go. He's dead. This stupid king, this disgusting individual, has finally been slain. Very annoying, but also pretty rewarding. I think that the one thing I would say is that I kind of wish this questline gave you, like, cool armor or even a weapon. I know weapons in this game are very, like, rare and story-oriented, but I feel like from the Valkyries, one thing I liked a lot, I think it was like on Muspelheim or Niflheim, when you basically got that badass armor set and you fought the Valkyrie for it, or it was part of it. I think that was pretty cool, but, I mean, you get a relic from this. You also get a bunch of XP, as well as, I think, an achievement. But, you know, sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey. It was pretty fun. If I would recommend anything different, I would probably get a Superior Restoration Crystal, because there's a couple times where, like, this guy was literally, like, 1 HP, and if I could have just had second chance or last stand, I probably would have killed him, but it is what it is. He's dead now. R.I.P. You belong in Valhalla. Don't come back. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you have an easier time than I did.